Libya, possessing a rare combination of massive oil reserves, widespread poverty, and a leader who on a good day resembles a wax figure of Danny Trejo that's been left out in the sun. President for what little remains of his life, Muammar Gaddafi, has always somewhat defied description, although I personally favor if Jim Henson had made a Muppet version of Prince.
This could be the end for Libyan strongman and exhausted Lionel Richie impersonator Muammar Gaddafi.
My hair in the rain, I get like a crazy Jew-fro. With all the costume changes and nutty talk, it does make you wonder how a guy like this held power for 42 years. He's got to have something more convincing up his sleeve. A sleeve, by the way, on a caftan he appears to have borrowed from Broadway legend Tyne Daly. Oh, that's right, he's a ruthless ass. I forgot. Hiring outsourced African mercenaries to kill his own people. Where do you even find people who will do that job? Actualmonster.com? They're hitting your picture in the face with shoes. No, because they think it's a poor likeness of me. That is all. They're angry at the quality of the pictures. This is all. Manola Blahnik says, hello, you tyrant son of a... What the... Libya was on the Human Rights Council? Libya, this guy was on the Human Rights Council. Like, as you were talking about torture, every now and again someone would go, you know, like...
He's become so unpopular that even his face is running away from him. I cannot wait for the protesters to storm the presidential palace, because we'll finally see a dictator brought to justice, freedom for an oppressed people.
And now Colonel Gaddafi's back on our screens, at last, doing what he does best, monstering. In the 80s, he became a household name for a string of unforgivable atrocities. Gaddafi was an obvious lunatic because he spent years disguising himself as an obvious lunatic, as the blanket news coverage made clear. This terrible, terrible man has been in power for 41 years. Now his own people, inspired by Tunisia and Egypt, have bravely taken to the streets in a bid to overthrow him, and Gaddafi, the self-styled man of the people, ordered them killed. Gaddafi's son, Saif, popped up on state TV to warn of civil war, although it was hard to take him seriously because he looked like Carl Pilkington wearing a novelty green Bride of Frankenstein wig. Bye, 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 you mad prick. But mentally, he's definitely halfway to bloody Narnia. It was basically like watching a mad wanker or the demented tramp masturbating at the cafe window to his waiting minuscule twatmobile. A mad wanker, and features an optional commentary from the voice in his head. That he's a despicable murderer. Ha ha! Look at his funny clothes! His funny, blood-stained clothes.
Beyoncé and Mariah Carey are trying to distance themselves from embattled Libyan dictator Muammar Gaddafi after WikiLeaks reported the singers were paid hefty sums to perform at private events for the Gaddafi family. Beyoncé is donating her $1 million paycheck from Gaddafi to earthquake relief efforts in Haiti, while Carey promises the proceeds from her upcoming single Save the Day will go towards human rights charities. Meanwhile, Nelly Furtado tweeted her plans to donate to charity the $1 million she earned from singing at a 2007 Gaddafi birthday party. Other stars linked to Gaddafi performances in the WikiLeaks documents include Usher, Timbaland, and 50 Cent, who have yet to comment on the matter.
Hi, this is Michael Moore, and I would like to address my remarks, first of all, to those in the Syrian government, the people in charge. I want to say this directly to you. Your time is up. Enough. It's over. And I think you know it's over. But you got to give up your hold on the people, your hand on their neck. That's what's got to go. That's what has to end. To do it now, to stop the bloodshed. You don't look good to the rest of the world. And I don't like it. And I want you to stop it right now. Every dictator, every despot, every bad person out there throughout history has gone down in flames. They all go sooner or later, no matter how bad, no matter how evil they are.
Assad and his armed forces have no choice but to kill around 14 million people. Here's President Assad. Our country is under attack by most of the population. These 14 million people are all foreign terrorists and must be killed. Our brave, heavily armed forces will now systematically slaughter anyone who opposes my absolute hereditary rule. But it's okay, because They're terrorists. If you can't kill innocent women and children after labeling them terrorists, you can't really call yourself a civilized nation at all, can you? Thank you, and good night. Well, hats off to President Assad. We wish him well in his war on terror, and the sooner he kills all the people who he says are a terrorist, the better.
In Pakistan, a 14-year-old girl was shot in the neck for writing a blog about the importance of being educated as a female. She's in a hospital right now. Her name is Malala, and this is for all girls around the world who deserve